Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna try something slightly different today. Instead of actually playing games, I picked up a random game from KGS, and we are going to go through it. And since it's 8K versus 11K, I expect a lot of nonsense to be happening, a lot of shenanigans. So hopefully we can learn a thing or two just from watching this horrible storm happening. I expect a horrible storm anyway. So in the top right corner, with the black stones, why blue stones? What am I talking about? It's Viking Zen, and facing him with the white stones, it's who knows? Some guy with a difficult name. So, you know, very famous players, top notch. Start seems to be fine, nothing to talk about it. Just a couple of Suns, a couple of 4-3s. A little slow for black here, but I can dig that. I can dig that. That's awkward Chinese on the defense for white, but whatever he wants. Very bold attack. I mean, you might consider just going from here, just expanding your sides instead of randomly attacking from right next to the stone and just allowing this to happen. But I guess that's not what happened in the real game. So let's see how black responds. Black responds with forcing white to take this, I guess? I guess not. What's white gonna do? What is white gonna do? Who knows? Why is white trying? I don't know. White doesn't actually want to be here. He is like, I just want to go outside. I didn't actually mean to exist in this world. And then black is like, oh, you know what? I need more influence, so I guess white will do this. No, I guess he won't. I love the double digit kills games. Okay, so white goes for another. Oh, maybe I should let black get stronger here. So I guess black is gonna play this. I guess not. Maybe not. Nope, because black is gonna play this. See, black saw how amazing white's territory here, all the possible 2 points that he can get here, and he's like, I want to get some of this myself. I need this. So he's like, I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. And white is like, yeah, you know what? I feel it. I feel it. And yeah, he's not even going to block him. But what is... why? See, white in here should just be like, well, cool, nice contain. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much, black. Thank you for playing. You can resign now. Well, if it wasn't for this nonsense on the other side, but instead, no. White is like, you know what, black? I'm gonna do a useless move, and I'm gonna do something that's like, as if I skipped a turn. Maybe I let you do this. Maybe I let you, I don't know, abuse the corner, leaving this stone over here very, very weak. But you know what? Nah. I'm just gonna play, I'm gonna harass you a little bit here, and I'm gonna see if you want to protect your one stone. So much sense. Oop. Did we lose shiking of the game? No. Okay, cool. That was a weird glitch in the preview, I assume. Anyway, white for some reason chose to defend it, because why not defend something that you don't need to defend? White. I mean, if you are a low Q or a double digit Q, you can't afford making these sort of moves. It's too slow, it's weak. Like, what you wanna do? Just this. And yes, black can do this, and you can be like, and you can force him to take your stone. But then what? What does black have? What does black have if you do this? He has nothing. He helped you. And if your opponent wants to help you, all you have to do is say yes, thank you. I do enjoy getting helped. Well, that's a nice block over there, and finally, black extends a little bit, but in a pretty slow move. Like again, this is, you can do this. That's fun. But slow moves better than no moves. And white is like, you know what, man? I want to protect my absolutely nothing here. That's all this nothing that I can totally protect here. Let's do that. Makes perfect sense to me. And black continues with his extremely slow push, which is now successful. Very nice, very nice. White continues with his wall to nothing. Why? Stop! So this is what we call pushing the card from behind. Like, in an awkward way. Because white just keeps making black, forcing black to keep doing exactly what he's already doing, which is not usually good for white. In fact, usually it's quite the opposite. So, if we were white in this terrible position, A, we can get in here, which is fine. B, we can block black's push like that. That's also okay. Now he has to, he is forced to actually leave the territory, just so he can make easier life. He doesn't want to get crowded down here. But no, that's not what happens. So let's keep going, let's keep rolling. Whew. And then black finally makes a double jump. That's fine, that's fair. That's something that everyone wants to do from time to time. And white is trying to take advantage of his wall. Fine. I dig that. I dig that. And then horrible stuff happens. Okay, okay. So far so good. Like this, you can actually extend this. This is fine. Like if black tries to cut you from here, that's what happens. So don't be afraid to take a little bit of an extra step if there is not too many stones around. And black is blocking him in the worst possible way. I mean, white can just do this. And now black stone here. Can I triangle tool? Yes. Now black stone here is it's looking terrible. Like seriously, because you have cuts here and here, so you can't just cut this thing and expect something to magically work for you. Awful. Everything is awful. Okay, and then black is like, you know what, I made this weak stone, I'm gonna enforce it, and I'm gonna give up this stone here, because why not? Like, that's fine, right? So white takes it. Cool. And then black is like, you know what? I'm gonna make this empty triangle move, which does absolutely nothing. See, before he made this, there was the possibility, the tricky possibility that he will only get those points here. But after this amazing move, he made sure he only gets these points here. So basically, he didn't actually do anything, now did he? Now, what can you do as black instead? You can easily, I don't know, attack the corner. Be annoying. Be really annoying. See, that one is a bit ambitious, but I don't know, can work, can work. Instead, you get this. And that's the sort of moves that make you a double digit to it. That's the sort of move that makes you interesting and funny to watch. And that's exactly why we are doing a double-digit kill game and not some sort of den game here. Okay, this is an interesting move. Let's see what white does. Okay, white does indeed see that if you just go for this, and you can be a bit wrecked here. I mean, that's probably better. It's an interesting exchange. Not necessarily completely against white here. But it's a fine defense. It's a fine defense. No questions asked. This ambitious little jump here. Rather ambitious. Let's see how white tries to defend. White is... I don't love it because yeah, now black can just easily do this sort of thing, and I mean you can take this to a fight. You can say no. I'm not having that. I'm not having that today. And then assuming black just does something like that, you can start a nice fight here. And then black has to do this, you can do this. And now you gained, like, it seems like you might have lost something, but no, you actually gained access to this Moyo here, and it's gonna be pretty good from here on out, because you exchanged a bit of territory here for the wall, but instead white chooses to exchange a bit of territory for absolutely nothing. So that's an interesting decision that we can all enjoy. Now, this is what we call, what are you doing? So, black sees this and is like, you know what, I can't have white have this territory, even though it's absolutely too late. And instead of, I don't know, taking care of this open territory so it doesn't happen again, he chooses to do this, which it doesn't make any sense, guys. It doesn't make any sense. Because, like, what are you gaining here? Like, okay, so the next move I expect this nice little ceiling here. And then these 3 stones are dead, and there is no continuation here. And you can't even have the end game where you push this one little stone here and get a nice little cent. Like, why? I mean, let's assume that this is a very late game right now. Right? If this wasn't here, and this is like for very late game. Hello CQ, how are you doing today, mate? So if it was a very late game, if I were black, then we can force this move. Like that's a couple of points for the late game, and we just, you know, we gave it up. Well, nice to see that you're all right, mate. Let's continue watching this horror show as it continues. Now, white here, I don't like. He thinks, okay, I can make sure that this is all fine and dignity if I just do this. And technically, yeah, but now you're just letting black push you around with this Moyo. Like, oh, like actually happens. How interesting. If you know what they're doing. Oh, okay, maybe not that much. But like in reality, what you could do as white is that you can let him play this. And then you can just extend from here, and you can't just. This is nothing. This is of nothing because you can eventually capture those black stones over here pretty easily. So you just force, like in this situation, you could just force black to have a very weak group here that he somehow needs to magically make escape or just give up on, and he doesn't gain anything. Like this Moyo is now completely exposed. It's not his anymore, and I think that would have been a much better move than just defending with this little territory here. and allowing black to play whatever black wanted to play. And this is also a pretty slow move, but whatever. Okay, this is just completely unnecessary, come on. It's like, what is black going to do? Like, let's say there's no white, and we are going to play here, or whatever. Like, it's a bit of territory, we can play that. And now black is like, oh, I'm going to escape from there. Like, obviously he can't play this, it can't play, like, let's do the tiny tool. He can't play here, he can't play here, because those are both getting chopped by this. So, what is he going to do? Like, does white actually expect black to do this? Like, if he does that, I'm going to be like, okay, cool, you do that. I do this, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. And what's the worst thing that can possibly happen? Like, we can start chasing around black, we can start making him a little bit more reasonable, we can start having a tiny bit of fight here. We earned the entire battle. Now it's all ours, so that's kind of cool. It's not completely ours. Like, they can still attack it, but obviously black is not busy attacking it. And we are in a much better situation. And at worst, we lost a little bit of Boyo here, because this is not going to die. This is dead, 100%. Like, there's nothing black can do. Nothing. Stop being worried about it. Nothing black can do. We just have so many more limiters than him. So many more. Anyway, white finally protects his corner, and that's great. I'm actually pleased. And black is okay. Black, that's a series of acceptable moves. A whole bunch of acceptable moves. I mean, that's a bit slow. You could just say like, okay, black, sure, you can have the corner. I don't care. I'm gonna go here, and you can go here, and everything is fine, and it's all cute. But you know, some people prefer the corner, and I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Enjoy the corner, even though the side is huge. Okay, an interesting attempt at attack here from white. You really, like, why make so many cuts? Like, this move is just begging for black to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna do some shenanigans here. And you usually don't want shenanigans. You just want to be very safe, very simple. Just keep doing whatever it is that you wanna do. See if black wants to play games with you, maybe play something like that. It's all fine, all fine. But let's see what actually happens. Let's see what actually happens. So white is like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother protecting my territory, I am just gonna let you enjoy it. Great. And that's exactly what black is trying to do, but black is really outstaying his welcome here. I mean, if white is doing that, you can just do that. White can't do that because then you do this, 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 and now white needs to choose. Like, he can stop this, and then this thing leaves. That's nice. And what next? That was a bit ambitious. That was a bit ambitious. But what about this one? Like, you can do this, and now what? Another KO here. Things are getting really dirty really quick, and I wouldn't like it. Instead, black is like, I'm gonna be super greedy, and now white can just get out of there. And like the ladder obviously doesn't work. So what are we going to do as black? I mean, in this awkward situation, you can do this. Oh, nice! He actually did it. And then you need to, okay, very nice, very nice. So black is trying to somehow magically live here. That's not actually what I would want him to do. Instead, I would want him to push here, force white to do this, force white to capture, and then you can threaten this much weaker group of white over here, which could end up very interesting. Instead, black is trying to live with just this group, and white is like, you know what? Let's see you do that. Let's see you do exactly that. And it needs to stop jumping to this use shift for autoplay. I don't want to autoplay! Damn it, KGS, damn it. Anyway, let's see what Black is trying to do here. What is this move? What is this move? What is happening? Okay. Let's pretend that you're white. This is a mistake, and Black actually sees that, so that's nice. Like there's no need. There's like why? And I don't like half of the things that they are doing here, especially not this one. Like what are you doing trying to protect this cat here? Like at this point, if you do this, white can actually do that, and then okay. So now obviously you can. Why does it do that? So white was being super greedy. White needs to try and somehow capture this, go into some sort of crazy nonsense race and be like, yeah, I got it, I win. Or I mean, Black is gonna try to react with that. Then white has to capture. Probably not in this direction. Maybe do something like that. It's gonna get out of control very fast, and then white is doomed. But instead, for some crazy reason, white is like, you know what? Maybe I see it, maybe I don't. I'm just gonna do this, which is gonna guarantee that I'm dead. And Black is like, hey, I learned this thing, I know that this is a dead shape. Now, as you all know, this is a crane in the nest and you cannot escape from that. Tick, you're dead. Instead, what Black could have done is simply play this. Because if you just count territories, what's that, number 2. So now, white has 2 and Black has 3. So who's gonna win this capture race, I wonder? Nope. Let's give it up. It's a game of mistake after mistake after mistake. And I love it. I love it. That's exactly why we're all here watching this. By the way, if you want me to review one of your games, you can just show me a link and we'll move to it after this game. Now, white having dealt with this in the most awkward possible way, now Black needs to somehow try to make this live, but as we all know, in order to live with a group, you need 2 eyes. So the only way for Black to somehow magically, I don't know, live is to have both of those played, and he can't. Literally, he can't. So what is Black going to do? Is he just going to Tenuki, get out of there and have a nice anything else that he might be able to do? Nope. He's gonna play this. Now it doesn't seem like it's wasteful or anything, but it actually is. Because, well, yeah, you can't cut white here, that's just nonsense. You could maybe argue that you can play this and I didn't want the edit tool, I wanted the move tool. That you could play this, force white to protect here, gain a point or 2 in this direction, maybe you can play this now. Like, you can use your dead stones for something other than just being dead and playing moves that are actively bad for you. But, nope. Okay, this, if you're white and your opponent plays something like that, you know what you need to do? Play somewhere else. Because, like, Black can't do anything with that. It's useless. You definitely don't want to do that and force a send, because now white has to defend here. White doesn't defend here. Why? What happens? What? What? Okay. And then Black is like, thank you. Well, DDK land. the land where anything can happen, including random life out of nowhere. But how? Why? That's kind of amazing, honestly. Kind of a little bit amazing. Now, this move here, Black might think that's important, but it's actually extremely not. So let's say we play T19, or S19. Great moves, by all accounts. And then White is like, I'm gonna capture this. You know what Black can do? And that's it. A nice little 2 for 1. It's a 1 point move for White. He shouldn't do it until the very, very late game. And even then, it's like there's so many better moves on the board. Like, why? Why bother with your 2 stones if you can just capture them back? Answer is, you shouldn't. And now White is ruining our Moyo dreams over here. Oh. Why, White? Why must you do this? This is also a very, very slow move. Like, we are gaining one tiny point. Like, that's the only point that we are getting on this move is this, and even that potentially doesn't really exist. And what we do want to do is make sure that we have as much access to this territory by jumping from here, and as much access as we can to the general center. We just don't want to be completely blocked off, because if White managed to block us off here and here, he can just make a nice little center Moyo, and we are just in big trouble. Another interesting move that we could do in this situation is extend here, just so that White can't do, like, if we do this, so White can't do this, and then we might have to defend our little territory here and allow White to grow his Moyo, and that's just bad. That's just bad. Well, it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Why the slow moves? Like, what? I can see what White is thinking. White is like, I need to make sure that this one heroic stone here doesn't make heroic moves and destroy me. But you know what? What's the better way to make sure it doesn't make heroic moves and destroy you? You can just play this. That's nice. Maybe not specifically this, but maybe this one. You can just play this one if you want to go for this territory in the center. Like, try to block Black from here. Like, this stone is dead. It's gone. There's nothing there. And you can get a lot more than this one assured point. You could also, if you want, just try to play something like this, so that you, like, this is a double purpose. It's killing this black stone right here, which is not exactly alive either way, but more importantly, it begins the wall off from this direction. So then anything that you can attempt to wall from this side, anything you can attempt to wall from this side, we might actually be able to get like 10 points here. Hey, 10 points is a lot at this stage of the game. Let's get 10 points! Nope! I don't want 10 points! I don't want them. Okay, White is maybe thinking about territory now. Maybe he's trying to push Black. I mean, again, a better push in this situation would be to start the push from here, because then Black needs to have a bit more defense around here, but you know what, whatever. DDK. What can you do? And then White is pushing a bit up here, and then Black is like, you know what, you're not getting anything. So that's an acceptable move from Black, and then I expect to see this. Because if you don't want to let White have territory here, then, well, you don't want to get your territory on the other side, right? Like, that's fair trade. But instead, White plays. That's a bit slow. I don't like it. Like, if you're attaching to another stone, you're making it stronger. It's dot. You're making it stronger. So, like, the other thing to do is this, but that's just weak and slow, and you don't want it either. So maybe you want to do something like that. And what does this do that the other move doesn't accomplish really? It makes Black play this move. Like he has to go back there, and then it also threatens with that to make a tiny bit of extra territory here. And then of course Black will probably have to do this, and we can do this, and then we have a tiny bit of territory of our own, and that's all kinda nice. And I mean, that's good. It could be good. Instead, nah. We are going to let Black do whatever he wants. We are going to make him powerful! Because Black can't do it on his own, so I mean, why not allow it? Right? And then Black actually Tanuki is at an acceptable time and just blocks his territory here, and Black is doing very well here. From this little exchange. Like what should have been an easy game for White, like again, this is a bit slow. You see Black doing that? You know what? I'm just gonna push this. It's not about, oh, what if he doesn't see the Atari? It's not about that. It's about generating your territory, and if you play this, then now this territory is yours finally. Like it's completed. If you don't play that, then maybe and it's consent. Like so you can actually do it before you can play anything else. Otherwise, maybe eventually Black will be able to play something like that. And now you're in trouble. Like not in actual trouble, but you lost a lot of territory. So it's not so great. Not so great. Well, instead, White is doing that, which I assume is to capture this black stone here, and I mean, it will work, but at what cost? And Black is like, yep, you know what, you can have that one stone, jiggly diggity. And Black is trying to push into the territory, and now it's a great time for White to start the attack from here, because like Black has to defend his, because this is a lot of points. And then as soon as he does, that's it. Like, his stone is dead and he wasted the move. So, clap, 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 we win. But instead, White is again trying to kill this extremely dead stone over here. It's like, I see what you're doing, Black. I see what you're doing. You're not trying to invade my territory. You're not trying to minimize my territory. No. What you are trying to do here is save this one stone that you don't care about and doesn't actually matter because it's dead. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. And then, okay, that kinda makes sense. Fine. You know, again, like, why? If Black does this, what's he gonna do? Cut me? Cool. Enjoy the cut. He can't save his stones. It's gone. All gone. Everything is doomed. We are all doomed. Doomed. Don't play passively. This is way too passive, and you're losing a lot. You're just losing a lot of this exchange. Oh, no. We do not want to close this. Why would we ever want to close this? It's madness. Midstream, come on. Okay, so White is playing around, Black's playing around. All is fine and diggity. Like, White. You can play this! It's fine! It's goddamn fine. Like, then Black can play this, and you can play this, and you got a little bit of territory. What's Black gonna do? This? Cool. That none of this matters. Like, you just want to get as much territory as you can. That's the objective of the game, is to get territory, not to kill your opponent. Right? Like, you don't need to be constantly afraid of what your opponent might do. Keep your territory. Expand your territory. Be happy. Be alive. Okay. Couple of simple moves around here. We all know how this drill goes. Tick, 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 tick. That's actually not the correct way to defend this. I mean, black is supposed to play this, because if white plays this, then black plays this, white plays this, then black plays this, and then it's all fine. Instead, he is doing that, so what white could do is simply play this, and then if black plays this, white plays this. And that extended the invasion just a little bit more, so don't do that at home, kids! Okay! And then of course black has to continue this awkwardness, which he shouldn't have otherwise. And if black does that, we can just play this. Yeah, the white actually does play this here. That's a completely useless move from black. In fact, like, white is very tempted to just take this stone, but instead what he can do, he can play this, and then when black plays this, you can play this, and only after black plays this, you can take the stone here, and you're all set. Like, you gained a little bit of territory in addition. So definitely do that if you can. Definitely do that. Okay. And as it turns out, black actually allowed this sequence to happen in just another order, which weird, but okay, sure. I mean, again, you want to make moves that give you point or reduce your opponent points in this point of the game. So like doing this, maybe, but that's all really small. How strong am I? Well, I haven't played Go in a while, but I am usually, after playing a bit, I'm between 2 and 3k. So strong enough to judge this game, not strong enough to teach most players. Okay, let's... Oh, good. White actually doesn't defend this, because this does not need further protection. Yeah, on KGS, 2-3k on KGS. I love KGS. It's the best server, if you ask me. That's another completely pointless move from white. Like, again, this doesn't give anything. This is pointless. How strong are you, CQ? What you could do instead, you could play this, for example, which is fun. So now black has to play this, and this is a nice sequence here. It's kind of better than just doing one move of Dame that gives you no points at all. Like, if black does that, what does it do? Nothing. So, I mean, don't do moves that don't do anything. When you're saying you don't know your rank, does it mean that you never really played, or does it mean that you played but you never played ranked, or what's your general experience with Go? Something like 5k OGS, 4-3 GF, some undetermined then on KGS and 2-3 then. Wow, you're pretty strong, TQ. You're pretty damn strong. That's wait, 5k on OGS is now then on KGS? It used to be quite a bit tighter back in my days, back when I actually used to play. Like, OGS was like one or two ranks away, not 5. Jeez, 5 ranks. That's a lot. Well, that's what you get for not playing for a long time. You don't get to know the actual ranks around anymore. Anyway. Wait, what? No, okay, that's fine. Versus 5 then Fox, 1 kill. Wow, 5. Man, Fox sounds kind of weak. Wait, that means I can get Den on Fox, probably. I always wanted to be dead, I can be a dead on Fox. I don't know, sounds like a dream come true. And a couple of blocks here, nothing to really see. Like, if you're watching this and you are a double-digit queue, please don't do this sort of moves. It just, the game is over. The game is done. Click on the pass button. Do not play those moves. Like it does nothing. What are you expecting? Are you expecting your opponent to not see something? What are you expecting? No, because this is Japanese rules and not Chinese rules. White can pass here. And what happens if white pass here? Like, let's say, I don't know, pretend that this is white passing. Let's say black plays this. That doesn't do anything. You can react here if you want. It doesn't do anything. And black just lost a point. So that's a nice way to earn points in the late game as a double-digit queue. You simply don't play. Simply don't play. So much easier. Like, what is black trying to do here? What is black trying to do? Let's leave black completely alone for a while. Okay, we are alive. We know that we are alive, everything is fine, we don't need to be worried about eyes. Black needs 2 eyes here. How does black gain 2 eyes? Let's see the minimal amount of moves that black needs to make here. Maybe he's playing 1 move, 2 moves, that's getting tricky. Maybe he's being like, aha! I can do this, that's 3 moves, and now I think it's safe to assume that we need to react. Like we can do this, and we can do this. Yeah, play like something like that maybe? No, that's too late, Black is already alive. So the minimal amount of moves that we can allow him to go is 1, 2, and 3. And now we have to react. Now we absolutely have to react. So because we have to play this. We have already established that. So, and of course if black attacks from the other side, then we can react on this side, and so it's fine as well. So 3 moves, that's 3 points, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, you know, pretty good. Instead, white for some reason is reacting to every single move, which is completely pointless, and well, game is over, everything's fine. And I don't really want to count it, but apparently white plus 9 points, which could have easily been white plus 11, white plus 12, a much nicer conclusion to this game. Okay, let's move to another horrible shenanigans, shall we? Okay, well that's another game I picked randomly. Let's go ahead and close the other window so I won't get confused between them. And after that, if anyone has their own game, I'd be happy to review them. But otherwise, it might be the last game for the day. And this apparently is a 2-handicap move, a 2-handicap game. So black starts with 2 stones, which is fine. Like I don't recommend a 12Q and an 10Q to have like an actual 2-stone handicap. I think it's going to be heavily favored for the 12Q here, but we'll see. Because like the lower your rank is, the higher you are in the double digits, the less the difference actually is. Like a 30Q can definitely beat, let's say, a 21Q with 9 handy, like pretty handily, with a complete board sweep. But well, let's see how it goes. A couple of slow moves from black here. A really bizarre attack from white. Like, white is making himself very, very weak. Like, you want to play this sort of moves when you know what you're doing. This situation, it doesn't really like. What is White going to do if Black plays it? You might think, oh, it's going to extend, but no, not at this ranks. Not at this ranks. It's going to do something silly, and you can take advantage of that. So I don't advise playing those moves at lower ranks. Ooh. That's fine, a bit slow, but fine. Okay, so now Black would like to get out of there? No, I guess not. See, White is like, I'm just gonna let this be, but White can actually push this around. Like, you can do something like that and really force Black into an awkward position. Now you can take these stones easy. Or you can, I don't know, let's say, play this and be snarky about it. Get into a nice annoying fight over here. Probably get a bit of territory, and again, the entire objective of the game is to get territory and destroy territory of your opponents. You aren't supposed to sit around and try to say like, oh, this is how I'm killing him. So instead, think of this as, how do I start an attack? An attack on those stones, or perhaps an attack on those stones. And like Black, if he has to defend on two different locations at the same time, he's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be in quite a bit of trouble. But let's continue going, and apparently White just gave this stone, and why? It's a lot better to defend from this side. Now, why is it a lot better to defend from this side? Because like White can't actually play this situation, so the stone is already dead. And if he does try, you see what happens. But if you're defending from this side, then later on when it might matter, like right now, White shouldn't play this. Like if White plays this, cool, good for him. You shouldn't care. But if later on if he plays this, like you might have to protect this, and then White might be able to start initializing some sort of wall to this direction, which again at this point doesn't actually matter. But just look ahead. Take a tiny bit of a follicle ahead and say, this is better, this is safer, this is better for later. Because a lot of people on the lower ranks end up facing dead stones being revived in the late game, quote unquote. And that's, they see it as some sort of an issue, but you can take preventive measures against this, against Agi. Okay, that's like, why? Like Black should just play this, right? It's a much easier move, much easier to justify. And then like White is on the run here. Like he has to do something like say this, and then White is in excellent condition. And like don't let White push you around. It's not his place. Like, and if White wants the corner so badly, here White, why don't you enjoy the corner? Please. Like always look at your other options. Your first option is to defend the corner there and be like, oh, I need this corner badly. It's the only thing. My wife would leave me if I lose this corner. But like, you have so many better options at the start of the game. And you can just do it. You can just say, you know what? You want the corner this badly? Have fun. And the only reason that we can do something nonsensical like this is again because White is playing a move that leaves him weak on two different spots. Like he's forcing us to cut him. He's like, oh, I'm weak here and I'm weak here. So what you gonna do, Black? I mean, if White really wants the corner that badly, without too much repercussions, you can just play this. So now we can't cut here because this is what's gonna happen. So we aren't getting as much. So don't be too greedy. Like be greedy, but also be connected to your stones. Like two stones that are combined are just so much stronger than one stone adjusted to another stone with 5 cuts all over. So really, if you're a double digit queue, like the easiest way to improve from there is to try and play like as solid as you can. Just be solid. Just be solid. Super easy. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So, black is... What did they say about you not needing to defend this black? What did they say? Like, okay. So white is doing that, right? White is, for some reason, insisting that he needs those 2 stones. That we could have avoided this entire situation earlier, but let's say we didn't. So now we can play this. So now, if white has played that, we could play this, white plays this, we play this, everything is fine, everything is great, and we got a lot of points, or a lot of potential points, around here. But instead, if we just do this, what did we actually gain from this? Like 2 points, 3 points? That's not... This is move 44. So your other lesson for the day, if you are a double digit queue, think big. Solid and big. Solid, big. That's it. Like, just like how you want your penis to be. Solid and big. Sorry about that. Anyway. So, okay, white is like, I'm not even sure I'm alive here. I need to make sure that I'm alive. And okay, I mean, fine. Again, don't react. This is 3 points. White is alive, okay? Let him be, and you're alive. Let yourself be. You can again just play something like this, and then if white is like, oh, I'm really doing it. A, you can actually still ignore this. Like, what's he gonna do? Do a bit of damage here? Like, it's fine. Like, you can just play something much bigger. Like, whatever. But if you want to defend it, and you know, maybe you do, you could just play this. And what did you lose here? 2 or 3 points, and you gained so much more in the corner. So much more. So think big. Especially if it's move 50. Like, moves 1 to 50, don't bother playing small moves. Your point was to play with tiny points? Cool. Cool. It's fine. Let him do it. Ooh. And now white is like, I know what you did. You invaded my corner. I have to defend my other corner. It's like, aren't you forgetting something here? Maybe I'm just gonna do this, and then now this stone is in a bit of trouble, and I'm going to push around those stones a little bit. Like they have to extend over here, just to keep themselves a bit safer. Like, what is this Tanuki even doing for you? It's protecting your corner. It's giving you like, okay, maybe 10 points, but it's making this situation very miserable. Well, you just need to continue this. Like, yes, you're not going to kill black, but you're going to contain black, and you're going to get a lot for your trouble. Like, this is what black is supposed to do here. But I don't even know if this draw check is even still in play, but let's pretend that it is. Oh, not this one, not this one. This one, and then white has to do this, and then we are doing this, and everything is okie-dokie. Everything is fine. But for white, well, now you can do this if you want. Like, it's not great, but you can do it. But more importantly, you gained a lot. Like, you gained your part of the jaws. Like, if you just skip it, you're putting yourself in a very awkward situation. And let's see how black is trying to punish white here. And in a not really fashion. Like, if white is like, oh, I'm gonna block you here, you can just be like, you know what? Nah. White wanna play this. Let's play this. Let's see what happens. So if I play this, we play this. We do this, we do this. Not a great sequence either. But perhaps the correct move step. Well, let's continue going forward. Like, I don't really like what Black achieved there, though. Like, I think he could have achieved more, like with the sequence that we've shown a bit earlier. Okay, this sort of moves is like, hey White, do you want to protect your territory with great ease? And then White is supposed to be like, yeah, thank you. Because Black can't go here. Like this happens. Now if he wants to go here, and you can do this, and then you can fight him and contain this. You can kill this, or otherwise you can be like, okay, I'm gonna kill this, and let's see if this one rock over here, if he can do anything, if you can do anything with that. And maybe you can do, but if you feel that you can do something with this rock over there, then instead of playing this, which is way too deep, you can start here. You can be like, you know what, I'm gonna start with this position that I think I can do something with. I'm gonna attack this side here somehow, and then maybe, during my attack, I can threaten to somehow connect from below here. Which, unlikely. Don't get me wrong, unlikely. But it's so much better just letting White solidify like this entire area, make this unbreakable territory already, and just be left with nothing. What do we have to show for that? But let's see what White is doing here to defend what is rightfully his. And like this move from White, I don't like it. I don't like it because it's allowing Black to push something like this. And now you're in a bit of a pickle. Like, no, you can still kill it probably, but you're in a bit of a pickle. Like, what I would rather see from White is much closer, much nicer contained. Like, I want him to say, like, okay, look, I'm roofing you here. You got no way to go up, and I'm protecting my territory here, so you can't jump here later. And what are your options really? You can't connect on this, because if you try, like this still works. Still works. Fine. So, what are your options really? You don't really have much options. You're just gonna die there, like a rock. What is White doing? Okay. White is like, you know what? I'm gonna stop you right there. I've decided I'm no longer interested in my territory. I am interested in your territory instead. So let's see if that works out. Maybe it does. I don't know. Okay. So, what is happening? Okay, look. You can't Atari if you are already in Atari. What do you have to gain from that? Like, okay. So where did it go? Where did it all go wrong? It all went wrong here. Because White is like, I need to kill him. I don't care. This is the end of the world for me. I have to kill everything. And like, you don't have to kill everything. What you could do is play this. And now Black has to play this, and yes, he is safe and all, and everything is nice. You can even solidify if you want. And okay, he got 2 points. He got a nice little 2 points territory on your side. So what? You can at least solidify the rest of your territory. You can make sure that those 2 stones on L are just dead. You can just, I don't know, play something around him. You don't have to kill everything to win. And you especially don't want to do moves like that, which expose cuts. Like if you see that you have 2 cuts exposed and your stones like aren't attacking any other stone, Just don't do that. It's almost never a good thing. You will know when it's a good thing. This right here? No, definitely not. So white just allowed black to do whatever he wanted. Now black can extend, black can do anything he wants. Like you can't even contain him anymore. It's over. And you especially don't want to play this sort of moves. Like it serves no purpose. It serves no purpose. Other than enforcing black a little bit, I guess. Well, so now black is alive and well, and everything's fine. And white is like, no. I know how to kill stones now. You can't fool me twice, sir. You can't fool me twice. I know that in order to kill a stone, what I have to do is attack it from below. No. God damn it, no. There are other ways that you can do. Like, you can attack the stones by placing a stone here. So now you are disconnecting it from this group that should have never been there to begin with, but it's gonna be disconnected from that. And black can't really connect from below from here. So he has these two stones and this giant moyo here that you will soon make a territory is blocking him from whatever sort of insane freedom that he might possibly attempt to reach. So just give it soft contains, just try a net from afar. And definitely don't make your opponent stronger. If you attach stones, you are making the stones that you attach to stronger. And now they're stronger. Now why are they stronger? Because for example, maybe black can play this. So now as white, we're like, oh okay, I guess I'm gonna play this one. And then when black plays this, you can't play this because, well, black is gonna connect. This, and now, like, you can either do this, and connect from below, and then black connects from here, or you protect your own cut right here, and then black is like, well, guess I get a nice territory. Good for me. It's like, why? Why would you make your opponent stronger? Now black doesn't see this opportunity. He is instead thinking like, I have a nice straight line here. I can fly. Maybe if I fly high enough, I will reach the top stones, or my stones over here. Which, I mean, maybe you'll be able to do. But if you have power right next to you, if your opponent got a bit of weakness, just try to exploit that. Just give it a try. Give it a nice little try. Okay, so white is like, okay, I see that you learned how to fly, which means you are completely alive there. But you know what's not flying right now? Your corner group, which is totally dead. Like, no. What are you doing? And then like, I'm definitely not sure that you need to protect from this one. Like, let's pretend that we don't. Let's pretend that we just play something like here. Can black get away with this? We can play this. We can play this. Then white has to play this. Play this. And we are absolutely dead. We could play this, and then white has to protect this here. And then, yeah. Okay, so now we can leave. Because we have enough liberties to take it. So we didn't actually have to protect that, but you know what? Forgivable. It's a hard sequence to see. And our friendly little black is okay. Your objective is not to make new weak groups. Your objective here, as black, is to make your currently weak group escape and alive. Okay? So again, you can just abuse this stone, and you can abuse the cut over here, and then see what's what. See if you can like, because white can protect this, and now he has to protect either this or this. So say he protects this, you do this, and now this ladder doesn't of course work. But so and it can end up with a very weird race here, and ooh, yeah, that's gonna look really bad now. Like white is in trouble here. Like he has to play this. So now black can do this, and we can win the race with this. So definitely try to exploit weaknesses of the opponent's stones around here. Anyway, instead, while black is like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make another weak group, and then like if I have two weak groups, maybe one of them will survive. And that's not a very great strategy, honestly. That's a ballsy move from white here. Like white can just, again, play solidly. Just be solid and everything will be fine. Like if white plays here and black for some reason is like, I don't know, you wanna play this? That's fine. Nothing to worry about. It's just a couple of new dead black stones. And we can go back to, oh, I need to kill those stones again. Which is the same situation that we left a second ago. Like it's not that much of a big deal. Instead, we get this sort of situation, and it's like, why? You're just making white stronger by sacrificing more stones to the god of stones. You're just making white stronger. And now that white has so much, like he has so many stones around here, it's very hard to see how this thing managed to escape in any sort of insane situation, any sort of way. Like even the Agi just got so much weaker. Okay. So now white sees this nice little approach to the corner, and instead of saying like, you know what? Nah, my corner. Go away. White is like, I know what you want to do. I've seen this before. You aren't trying to get into the corner. You are trying to kill my stone. It's like, I will make it suffer. Like, why? Why? Didn't it suffer enough? Did this stone not suffer enough? Don't be white. Okay, so white is trying to protect his space territory in space instead of, I don't know, attending to the situation here, because now black is clearly trying to move towards this little group of his that's already dead. So what you want to do is say, no. You shall not pass. And of course, he cannot pass. Like this doesn't threaten you, but it also serves another purpose. Like now, if black wants to go up, you can block him from like this with a nice little horse move on both sides, and then you can just do this, and it's like, yay! And yes, it looks like there is a bunch of cuts here, but in reality, there actually is. But in reality, whatever. You know, you just gain more than you lose in this situation here. Also, always read like 3 moves ahead. I'm not doing it, but you should definitely do it, so you avoid awkward situations. Anyway, white is again trying to defend. Like why? Again, you're just playing too slow of moves. Just too slow. Again, what you can do here is say, okay, I see that you're weak here. I'm gonna try and do something. Like it might work, it might not work. Let's say that he did this, and I can do this, I can do this. And now Black's group is actually in a bit of a pickle. Like he has to defend from this direction, and now he doesn't actually have two eyes. So the way I see it, it's dead. Like the black group here, once you cut it, there is nothing for him. So instead of protecting those stones, supposedly you kind of have to play this. You kind of have to, I don't know, play this. So his white can do this, and then you can do this, so you can continue on being alive, and then you get a little bit of a prize here. Nice 2 stones, which is definitely better than what white achieved, which is this passive defense that gives you nothing much. Also, this move just makes you weaker. It does nothing, it just makes you weaker. Yeah, this is not the time to use this cut, white. Thanks for waking up. Thanks for showing us the cut, but that's a bit of a late move. Silent. What is Black afraid of here? Like, he is probably afraid of his own shadows. Like, first off, we can play this. White can't actually cut this, because we can block this, and it's fine. And I mean, then white has to come and cut from behind, but that also gives us push space, so we can push this around, and we can be in quite a bit of a better position. So that's just a lot better. Just again, try to stay solid. Try to make solid movements. Don't do tiny little moves. I'm repeating myself, but that's just like, if black does go here and white is like, aha, you didn't protect your, I don't even know what it is that you're trying to protect. I'm going to play this move instead. Or I imagine the cat. It's like, okay, cool. Now what? Like, read 2 moves ahead and just realize there's nothing. Like, ooh, white looks like he does something here. No, he doesn't. He just lost his stones. There's nothing here. Okay. So white is again trying to defend nothing, and black is defending the nothing of the nothing. Always great to just make sure that you lose points on goats. That's amazing. What is this? Black, somewhere on move 164, finally realized, wait a second, I don't think my group is alive. I know what I'll do. I'll pretend that I'm going to make a cut. Scary, scary cut. And yet this cut doesn't do anything because it's cutting a living group, not this one, a living group from another living group. So when you cut 2 groups that are already alive, you are wasting moves. And white is like, aha, I am going to do this for some reason. While in actuality, white could do, I mean, anything else really. White can do this. That's nice, protecting his corner. Like, what's black gonna do? He's dead. He's gone. Like, the wall is already here. Just let him die peacefully. Let dead stones die. Lesson of the day. Okay, so black is trying to use the nice little cast that we discussed earlier, but in a much too late fashion, in a much too passive of a way. So that's not actually gonna work. And what is white doing? No. Like, again, your objective here is to contain black. You want to contain black. This contains a stone. I mean, not really. It's already dead. You can just do this. Like, don't let black escape. Don't allow nonsense. Don't allow these shenanigans to happen. Like, just don't do it. So, lesson of the day: just don't do it. And then we got a couple of these moves around. Chak, 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 chak. Oh no! What is white doing? Yeah. That's well, again, because white wasted 2 moves here to capture this 1 stone for no good reason, he actually allowed black to make a couple of moves that would allow him to connect to the top group. I mean, instead, even in this position, like, white can just see if it works. Can just play this thing and then nah, it's already gone. It's already gone. It's because we wasted too many moves, and we really shouldn't. We really shouldn't. But black is happily taking this situation into his hands, and also happily making really small moves. And I mean, again, black can just play this and invade the tiny bit of corner that we can invade. Which, I mean, sometimes that's good enough. Like, at this situation of the game, it's like it's so late into the game. Why not? Why not? And then a couple of boring endgame moves. Again, not really too exciting. White, again, like if you're going to play a Goten move, you may as well just push ahead here, just get another point out of the way. But whatever he wants to do. This sort of move is like PTSD moves. You know, it's like White probably played enough games where someone was like, aha, I am going to make a stone here and somehow leave. And like, no, this is alive. You don't need to protect your living groups. There is so much tiny moves you can still make. Like, I don't know. Let's say we play this, so now black can either play this or play the other side. And then if we play the other side, we take a point from this side. In goes, but whatever. We got this move, which threatened to make a point. Tick. That's also not too great. Oh, we actually got this. That's sent, and then we can go to this to get 2 points there. That's kind of nice. But yeah, end game being end game, not a lot to discuss. I mean, other than just don't do those moves. Like, because it's already you may as well play this just to prevent the eye here, and then white is forced to do this, and then you can and he's forced to take his 1 point in gold instead of in cent, and then that's on the other side. So that's something at least. I don't know. Couple of tiny moves here. What is why? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, look at white. He's quickly defending this thing, which is a kill, right? And yet when black plays here, he just ignores it. I mean, that's 2 points. It's fine. It's the end of the game. 2 points are a thing. Well, couple of extra moves. Again, don't do that. Instead, deny the eye. Denying the eye just gives you 1 more point. Just may as well. And again, a useless defensive move when you could just as easily play this, which actually does give you a point. And then couple extra completely useless moves. I think this is where the white's PTSD is returning to. It's like, aha! You see, I was correct to defend this, because black is playing those nonsense moves here. Like, why? You're just wasting time, white. Just wasting time. And that's the end of this game. That's the end of this game. And well, I only picked up 2 random moves. So unless someone wants me to review their game, which I'll be happy to, I guess this is going to be the end of the stream. Just gonna give you 5 minutes to say, yep, I want you to review my thing. And otherwise, see you guys next time. Maybe we'll play some more Go. Maybe I'll actually play some Go. Or maybe I'll play something else. I usually stream a variety of games. I do like Go, so I might actually go back to that at some point. But if you do want me to review a game and make another stream like that, I got a nice little suggestion box on the About section. So go ahead, leave me a link, say, hey, I want you to review this game, I want you to teach me this thing. I'll be happy to do that. But unless someone wants to do that right now, that's our goodbye for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a nice day, guys. And hope to see you in another stream. See ya.